The member for Rankin.
Thanks, Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer. Can the Treasurer confirm that since the election, the government has downgraded its own forecasts for growth? The IMF and OECD have downgraded Australia's growth forecasts more than other advanced economies. The Reserve Bank has downgraded its forecast for growth 3 times. Why has the government refused to provide support to an economy that was already floundering even before the bushfires and coronavirus hit?
The Treasurer has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I can confirm to the House that the International Monetary Fund has the Australian economy growing faster this year than the United States, Canada, Japan, France, Germany, the United Kingdom, Mr Speaker. Now, the honourable member—
Members on my right.
Talk down the economy. They like to talk down Australia.
Deputy Prime Minister.
That's a very good point, Mr Speaker. Now, Mr Speaker, the honourable member asked the support that we were giving to the Australian economy. Well, I can confirm in the mid-year economic and fiscal outlook, which was released just prior to Christmas, we announced the bringing forward of $4.2 billion in funding and spending on infrastructure, Mr Speaker, and we announced more than $500 million extra for aged care, Mr Speaker. And since the election, we've announced about $1.3 billion of commitments over and above what had previously been announced in relation to responding to the drought, Mr Speaker. And those on this side of the House knows that we announced a $2 billion National Bushfire Recovery Fund, which was on top of the payments and allowances which we provide from the Commonwealth through the states. Now, that $2 billion was announced without increasing taxes, Mr Speaker. But it was announced without increasing taxes. And I remind the House that today unemployment is at 5.1%. When we came to government, unemployment was 5.7%, Mr Speaker. I remind the House that employment growth today is at 2.1%, around 3 times what it was under the Labor Party, Mr Speaker, and around twice the OECD average. Now, Mr Speaker, I refer to the real minimum wage, Mr Speaker. It has gone up every year under the coalition, Mr Speaker, whereas under the Labor Party it went down in 3 out of their 6 years in office, Mr Speaker. So the Labor Party, they're in favour of higher taxes, they're in favour of fewer jobs, they're in favour of stronger unions. What we are in favour on this side of the House is more jobs, lower taxes and a stronger Australian economy.